it certainly is. It looks as though we're going to bound into extra time potentially, but, well, who knows?
So is the balance right at the moment? You're not missing anything. Chiesa still down receiving treatment. Is the balance right? Proactive. They've still got Grealish on the bench, for instance, that they can call upon. Would that be player
have on the pitch? The next change for me will potentially be Mason Mount, you know, but as what I'm seeing at the they're full of it at the moment.
The power play they're having now in good positions, they're trying to kind of work that angle, waiting for that moment, waiting for someone to kind of not fall asleep, but just be in the wrong position, slightly in the wrong position, so they can see it, so they can pass it and cause a problem. We've just got to make sure we're in good positions and don't lose it.
Those are the thoughts of Sol Campbell, Stuart Pearce before him. Let's go pitch side to our England correspondent Faye Carruthers. Faye?
As Jordan Pickford just picks up a towel and wipes his face, Chiesa back up to his feet now, finally, after some treatment from his medical staff. Interesting debates going on the field at the moment between Pickford and Stones, and then Walker's having a chat with Saka as well, and he earlier had a chat with Sterling too. They're not happy. The body language of these England players at the moment is not great.
Well, Jordan Pickford is just having a row with one of the Italian medical staff as Chiesa is being helped away.
Not coming off.
Well, if he is coming off, I'll be absolutely delighted. He's been a real thorn in our side, certainly the second half and potentially a lot of the first half as well.
Are you concerned about Jordan Pickford's body language, the fact that he's looking stressed, he's looking very highly strung? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the stakes of what a big game it is, but the Italian medical staff doesn't, on the outside of it, seem to be any need for that.
I always prefer my goalkeeper to be steely. But high revs and almost in a highly strung state.
So Chiesa's going to hobble back onto the field, accompanied by boos from the England supporters. The left-hand touchline for Mason Mount. Bernardeschi is ready to come on for Italy if Chiesa can't continue. Shaw now out towards Mount, left-hand side of the penalty area, he's pulled it back. Oh, it hit Saka, he couldn't get it under control. Chiellini slams it away. Finds Maguire. That was better from England. Phillips down towards Walker. Walker back for Phillips again. England perhaps just sensing for a moment that without the pace of Chiesa, who's still hobbling away, and without him being able to come back and cover, this is just a little part of the game where they have to try and be proactive and get on the front. Sensing that they're carrying one at the moment. Henderson finding Walker. Walker into the feed on Bukayo Saka. Saka laying it back for Phillips, who couldn't find Henderson, but Phillips was fouled. Free kick to England, 20 yards outside the penalty area.
Yeah, England have just got the ascendancy now, which is it's almost like the Rocky films, Jim, isn't it? You know, we've soaked up all the Italian blows, and now all of a sudden we're starting to throw a bit of leather ourselves.
But whose class is Apollo Creed? Insigne's gone in the book. He won't be fighting at heavyweight anytime soon, but pound for pound, one of the best that there is. But he's just picked up a yellow card for that foul on Calvin Phillips.
I'm not sure about Mr. T, but I've got Mr. S to my left here, who looks as though he can throw the odd bit of leather as well.
I think the guys need to get their heads on this one.
Italy defend the high line outside. Stones that attacked it back out towards Shaw, who couldn't replicate his early finish. And that one's ballooned over the bar past the Leicester City flag just down away to our right. And out of play for a 5 minutes of Italy are going to make a change. No surprise. And Bernardeschi is indeed the man who's going to come off. Started against Wales, came off the last 15. Pass came off at Spain. It's been used as a... And he will come on here to replace Chiesa with 5 minutes of normal time remaining. So Bernardeschi for Chiesa, and we haven't seen the back of him, to be perfectly honest with you, because he's been a menace.
Absolutely delighted he's gone off. He has had a very strong game, and it's only injury that's taken him off the pitch.
Bernardeschi, a very tidy replacement, mind. 1-1 in the 86th minute. Verratti has the ball inside the D, away to our right-hand side. You're with Talk Sport. And a reminder that from 11 tonight, your chance to react on national radio to Scene and Jason Cundy taking your calls on the sports bar here on Talk Sport tonight. Bonucci, the scorer of the equalising goal, plays a through ball that missed everybody. Bernardeschi's actually started as the central striker with Insigne going back out to the left, Berardi on the right. Got the option of bringing Belotti, a more orthodox striker, on if deemed necessary. And we got an interloper who's come onto the field, the ball at the feet of John Stones, and this idiot has made his way on. He's caught in a game of cat and mouse with a steward, not knowing that one's coming in from his blind side, but it was a good injection of pace from the interloper who made his way past the first steward. And I tell you something, if you get caught now in a game of cat and mouse, it's going to hurt. And he's got past him again, and then he's wrestled to the ground, and he's now surrounded by three, and he's got out. Come on boys, sort it out. It's a game of football to be played here. And now he's run out of steam, and they have got him and apprehended him, and the fine will be a substantial one. What it has given actually is England another period just to regroup and consider what they might be able to do. 3 minutes to go of normal time. Italy 1, England 1. It's tense, it's fraught, it's frenetic at times, and England need more of the ball, and they need it in better areas. It's going to be a drop ball here, and the referee just restoring possession. Stones had it when the pitch, and Maguire's going to be able to bring it away, and Pickford to Stones. Stones ever for Walker. Walker takes it, goes back for Stones. London, the rain has abated. After he'd run out of room, the Italians tracking him, and he just had the ball run out of play for a goal kick before he could try and deliver a cross. 90 seconds of normal time to go, 1-1.
Yeah, good charging run there by Sterling. Strikes fear into the heart of the defending back line. No one dare touch him.
An encouraging moment. And that's exactly what England need. That. Haven't seen it for Bonucci. Italy retain possession easily enough. Verratti has it now. We're in the 90th minute. Verratti squeezing it forward through the midfield towards the tall figure Cristante, but he's lost out to Calvin Phillips. Goal for either side now will all but win it. Sterling over on the left-hand touchline for England. Sterling darting inside, trying to draw the challenge, and the foul of Verratti wasn't forthcoming. He won it cleanly. Italy will try and break quickly with Bernardeschi. Bernardeschi taking that towards the right-hand touchline. Jordan Henderson coming across to impede his progress. Eventually goes out of play for a throw in front of the substitutes over on the far touchline. How many extra minutes will we have to play? Carlos Cero Grande, the Spanish fourth official, about to put the numbers board up. It's going to be a fair few.
Between now and when this game's decided, Jim, sometimes you need skill, sometimes you need talent. It's just pure guts now and willpower.
6 minutes of stoppage time. Sterling, was he pulled back? Yes, he was. Free kick to England. And it's a free kick that'll be taken 15 yards inside Italy's half. Phillips motioning that he wanted to take it quickly. No real danger of that being the case. Short. Maguire makes his way forward. That will try and attack this delivery. England supporters around the stadium have tears in their eyes. It's just been one of those nights already. Kane is in there, high ball in from Shaw. Maguire attacking, he could head it back across the edge of the penalty area. Stones couldn't get on the loose pickings, and then when the ball fell for Saka, Verratti was judged to have been fouled, and it's a free kick given away by Henderson, which Italy will take just outside their own penalty area. 4.5 minutes of stoppage time to go, 1-1.
Yeah, it's it. Pressing, the Italians look as though they're happy to go all the way to extra time now. It'll be interesting to see which one of the teams blink first.
Square through the midfield in terms of changes. England still have 3 left. If it goes into extra time, that'll be 4. Still have the likes of Sancho and Grealish and Rashford and Calvert-Lewin to bring on as striking options if necessary. Jude Bellingham as well. The Italian cross on the right flank is away from everybody in the penalty area. Walker did well to deal with Insigne. England play out with Henderson, too much on that. Swept everything up. Secondly, well done. Throw be taken in front of us by Kyle Walker. And he finds with 3.5 minutes before extra. Find his goalkeeper Donnarumma. It's 1-1 in stoppage time on TalkSport.
And the 2 actions there by the central defenders of Italy. Firstly, Chiellini coming and dealing with a potential counter-attack. Secondly, Bonucci is back.
Shown inside by Kyle Walker. Lays it back for Verratti. Emerson's got it again. Calvin Phillips and Saka sandwiched in. Inside the centre circle. Bonucci towards the touchline for Insigne. Chiellini takes over. Verratti now. Bernardeschi wanted the ball into feet, made a darting run forward, then comes back out. No defenders really followed him. England keeping their shape. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time to go before we head for extras. Chiellini still making his way forward. 112th international appearance for him tonight. Back for Verratti. Verratti doesn't go back to the 35-year-old. He's found Jorginho instead, who picked up that knock at the end of the first half, but has been able to run it off and is seemingly absolutely fine. Goes back to the goal scorer Bonucci. Bonucci to Verratti. Verratti chipping it down to the touchline for Insigne. And Lorenzo Insigne will come in off the left flank and lay it back for Marco Verratti again. Saka sliding in, stopping the ball getting towards the edge of the box. Henderson poking it forward. Kane just trying to help it back to him. And Italy will be able to build once more. 2 to go. Goal for Italy now will kill England off surely. England just have to make sure that they're regimented. Don't allow Italy a way through. And a chance to bring fresh legs off the bench, potentially to change things in extra time. Verratti going back for Bonucci. Bonucci rolling his studs over the top of the ball. Still got every England player between him and goal. Play forward. Now down towards the right hand side. Bernardeschi waiting in the middle if they can get it across. It'll loop on the cross. Walker chests it back and away from the post, and Pickford was on the same wavelength and got it, and then it's whacked upfield. Mount will chase after it, but too much on it. Backpedal into his own penalty area, pick up possession and bowl it out again, and we've got a minute to go. 1-1 the scoreline. Jorginho. Right-footed. That's a good. Well, Phillips stretching out and got a right foot to it. Henderson calming things down, goes back for Walker. Walker again, firing it forward. Kane will try and make something of it. Just gave Bonucci a little bang after Bonucci won it in the air. Still down on his haunches. Play goes on. Henderson poking it forward. Saka chasing down the touchline. Oh, Paul. And that's a yellow card. And he hasn't denied an obvious goal-scoring opportunity because it's right out on the touchline, but Saka was away from it. And that was professional with a capital P from Chiellini.
When Chiellini comes out the centre, get the ball first.
Professional foul to the highest degree.
He's clotheslined him there, hasn't he? He really has.
Saka's done well to get him inside though, done really well.
Just feel as though we need a little bit more from him. He's struggled to get in the game a touch, hasn't he?
They're getting tight to him as well, you know.
They are.
Well, we've had Rocky about Chiellini there. Ingley about Phillips. Phillips hitting it across and away the Italians, and with 90 minutes gone, we still are no closer to knowing. How are your nerves? Extra times to come. It's Italy 1, England 1 in the final.
Jim Proudfoot, Stuart Pearce and Sol Campbell. Whatever happens from here now, and still obviously hoping that England go on and win this. Stuart, you sort of said it early second half there, we've learned an enormous amount tonight as individuals out here as well, and they're out on their feet at the moment, but somehow they found the way at the end of that second half just to get themselves back in enough to take it to extra time.
But they pulled momentum back in my eyes. England have done fantastically well. They've not panicked. They've tried to play out from the back and keep our it's so in the balance, it's incredible. You just don't know how this first half of extra time is going to start. Will it be England on the front foot? Will it be the Italians? And it's all about character.
I think now the build-up play of the Italians, it's hard work. It's hard work. It's hard work for the lads, and you know, utilising the bench will help. But even if you can't get the ball, it's still hard work shifting over those little 1-2s. They're waiting for that from a turnover or set piece. Maybe they are waiting for us to make a slight mistake.
I mean, they upped it in the second half, and we saw that brilliant technical ability played at such pace, didn't we, that we'd seen against Spain.
Yeah, you know, they had to step it up, and they did. And you know, you're in the final. The two best teams of the tournament are in the final, so you have to expect the other country are not going to just lie down and say just keep on playing. We're gonna show what we're gonna do. So it's in the balance now. Now it's about the strength, the stamina, what you got left in the tank and the bench.
And when you make that final decision, Stuart, from the bench as well, we've still got a pace there raring to go.
Well, there's still a few subs that we can utilise. Gareth's got to know in his mind that when you do make a sub, it's going to improve us and not take away from anything as well and lose us the game. That's vital.
Jordan Henderson has had a word, Harry Kane has had a word, they've all had a word, they're all having a word with each other now. They've broken from their huddle, as have Italy as well. Well, it's not who wants it the most, because both these sides have been all out in that second half. It's been a fantastic final. It's been dramatic. What a start by England. Luke Shaw, and then really Chiesa. I mean, I hadn't realised he'd obviously turned his to different. He looks a class above everyone else on the pitch for about 20 minutes.
On occasion, and he really was dominant for the Italians.
Yeah. He's quick, so we're glad he's off.
Well, he's off. Don't they, the Italians, when they sort of got the possession just over that box? I still feel we've got extra pace to burn, and that could still be the difference.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. We're just going to, wait for the right moment. They're going to have the possession. They're going going to keep on ticking over. They're going to wait for that mistake. But then if we can just pop out at the right time and nick the ball, then turnover, who knows? But we've got to be quick with it. Don't be kind of mucking around. Let's go for the juggler and make sure it counts.
I've been going through, well, I've gone through every emotion, I think, tonight, but I'm sort of quite enjoying it now, because whichever way it goes, who knows? I am enjoying it now, Jim. I wasn't enjoying it when you of course, give us those brilliant statistics, because they're of no use to somebody as superstitious as me, never have been. But we all need to know them, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Who knows which way this one goes? Italy are down now as they face their fans, who stand to a man. The Azzurri with the Azzurri. They know now the England supporters as well to somehow try and see these boys host. We've done it in extra time before. Precedent has been set at this particular tournament. Sol Campbell, Stuart Pearce, Jim Bradford, see us home.
Well, Italy are going to make a change, and it is going to be Belotti who is going to be coming on. At times, this Italian job for England had felt like the Self-Preservation Society, but will England be able to go and blow the doors off at the other end? We've talked consistently, Stuart. Remember, in the pre-tournament friendlies in Middlesbrough, we're talking about the like never before. Yep. Well, this is an opportunity to demonstrate that it's a squad game like no other opportunity we've had within the tournament, really, because England still have attacking ammunition on the bench. Kicking from right to left. Italy blue play for an England throw. Do England not gamble?
Touch more from Saka as well, if possible.
Italy have a free kick, and it'll be taken about 10 yards inside the England half. Possession now with Bonucci, the scorer of the Italian goal midway through the second half, after Jordan Pickford did well to react to tip a Verratti header onto the post. Bonucci was there to gobble up the rebound. Luke Shaw has scored England's goal very early on. And the Italians with Bernardeschi trying to win a corner, but he was offside, and it's a free kick that'll be taken. Jordan Henderson's down hurt as well. A freak line by England. Just to reiterate, you can make them at 4 junctures within the playing time. So England have the opportunity to bring on another 4, but they can changes midway through the half-time and extra time doesn't count as one of those junctures. So still plenty of opportunities to roll the dice. Pickford plays it, takes it forward. Calvin Phillips is losing out to Belotti. The tall striker has done well. His long legs to the ball there ahead of Henderson. It's played over the top for Arada, and Maguire in heading it away got caught there. It was dangerous play. The boot was raised, an immediate apology from Berardi. It was there for him to try and attack it, but he did catch Maguire. It's a free kick which will be taken by England on the edge of their own penalty area. 2.5 minutes gone in extra time. It's Italy 1, England 1. The youngest player ever to play for England in a major final. Mount has got Sterling making a run ahead of him. He's got Shaw forward in support as well. England lacking the dynamism about their attacking play that brought, by the time Bjorn Campus is told Shaw to retreat, going to be about 10 yards away from the edge of the box. Locatelli will be coming on shortly for Italy. Short a throw. Rashford, look at Harry Kane, of course, Jude Bellingham. Perhaps for his.
I can tell you one player.
Passes again. It's 15 yards outside. As they were on Tuesday. England as they were on Wednesday. Before half-time. Taken all the way to penalty. Gets the instruction to turn, and he needs it. Plays it down. Chiellini coming across, blocked the cross. Harry Kane was waiting. Corner to England in extra time. 1-1.
Well, a real loose, it's a challenge really that ended up going to Henderson. Henderson found Sterling and he just couldn't get a decent cross away. Good recovery.
Shaw will come across to take this. Italy are going to make a change though before the corner. Taller than Verratti, who is replacing, and that might well be part of the thinking for doing it right now. Locatelli coming on. Shaw to take this corner. 96 gone. In it comes from Shaw, and away swinger, heads go up for it. It was headed away out as far as Phillips. Back through a crowd, and just wide. Struck it so sweetly. And Donnarumma was just praying that it was going to go wide of his post. It did, and it remains one apiece.
Yeah, he never called it properly, just cut across the ball a little bit, and I think he knew when it left his foot. Just hoping for a deflection to divert onto the target.
Yeah, some way wide, actually. May have had it covered. 1-1, almost midway through the first half of extra.
List in front of me. Everything's been ticked at the moment apart from the last one.
Well, there have been lots of talk about the potential that this game could go to penalties. No side has ever won 2 penalty shootouts within the same European Championship. The Swiss knocked France out on penalties. Swiss then knocked out by Spain on penalties. The Spaniards knocked out by Italy on penalties, and you can see where I'm going with that. But we've got still 20 odd minutes to go. Penalties not earned yet. Here's Di Lorenzo, right hand side of the penalty area. Low ball in towards the near post is knocked away well. Near touchline. Donnarumma, remembers, never conceded twice in the same game in his 33-match international career for Italy. Can England make that happen? Throw to be taken by Di Lorenzo on the Italian right. Back from him to Jorginho. Jorginho to Chiellini, who's waving everybody forward. He wants the fullbacks to push forward with more intent. Happy just to try and manoeuvre Italy into a position of supremacy numerically in more advanced areas upfield. Ball is played in here by Berardi. Berardi to Belotti's a nice turn, right-footed effort. Just blocked by Maguire, and Pickford scampers across. Gets his hands behind it after the ricochet to make sure it doesn't go out of play for a corner. races to the edge of his penalty area and then bowls it out upfield, finds Mason Mount on halfway, and Mount is brought down by Jorginho, and then the free kick is taken quickly. It's Mount who's coming off, and Jack Grealish will come. Man that 35 minutes later in the semi-finals, but it's a squad game. He's done his bit that day. Can he do his bit here? Grealish on for England to rapturous applause with just over 20 minutes to go.
Well, the scene is set. If you're going to have an impact in a fans are desperate for him to do well. We all are.
England take the free kick with Maguire, and he squeezed it through. Luke Shaw, ball came in, took a deflection. The box, he stayed down as well. Saka applying the pressure. Back for Pickford. And that's the invitation of the Kane and Phillips both back on their feet after being in the wars on the edge of the box moments ago. Now it's going to be played out towards the England right. We're back towards Stones. Stones finds his goalkeeper once more. 100 on the clock at 1-1. Pickford, left-footed. Harry Kane going with Bonucci. Flying header from Locatelli in the midfield, and an offside flag is up against Belotti. I beg your pardon. It's a free kick which will be taken by England just inside their own half. So
I think now is, we just got to keep on probing. We're playing halfway line now. We've got the Italians back. We've just got to keep going, keep probing. Something's going to have to break.
It's on a yellow card. He's inside the penalty area. Fleet of foot as always. Jack Grealish, little back heel flick for Saka. Couldn't get it into his stride, and a promising opportunity comes to nothing. Goes out of play for a goal kick, which will be taken by Donnarumma. But that's what England need to do. They need to get the ball to Grealish in that kind of area.
They certainly do. He offers a total ball. He carries the moment. Vraka, just a double ricochet and just overrun it slightly.
The need is another 104th minute penalty. Here's Kane. Taken a little bit too quickly. It was their ball. It's going to be an Italian throw just inside England territory. 3 minutes left in this first period of extra time at 1-1. Nerves are frayed. The tension is fraught. Fingernails have been bitten down to the quick. Players visibly and understandably tiring. But who will be able to keep their nerve? One apiece.
I think what the players need now, they need a crescendo from the terraces to drive the team on. They really do.
As well. In this crowd of 67,000 wanting England to win today. They're doing their best to get behind the team. Walker diving in, has lost it. Left hand side of the area, it's fine. Pickford did well, got a hand to it, and then it goes wide and out of play for a goal kick. And it's another big save from Jordan Pickford, and another inquest between him and his defenders. Italian heads in hands look up to the heavens. Here was another big moment. Kyle Walker beaten, diving in, one of the rare mistakes that he's made. The ball came in just away from Bernardeschi, and Pickford came out. He was unorthodox, he got something on it, and something was plenty good enough.
Quite bizarre the way Pickford's just turned his body and had a flailing arm at it, I think.
He just needed a touch. That was in.
Cole Walker really unfortunate there. Went to
1-1. Bonucci. The final minute, just ticking into the final minute of this first period of extra time. Ball is played down towards Berardi. Berardi to Di Lorenzo, the right back. Bonucci finds his centre-half partner Chiellini. He gets Italy going down the left-hand side again with Emerson, and the hymns from the England supporters are that little bit more vocal and audible now. Bernardeschi towards the edge of the box, away from Saka. Chance for Cristiano, Locatelli involved as well. Won it cleanly, and a thought that the referee initially indicated, made a hand gesture indicating that he'd won the ball, but it has a yards inside the England half. And Kane just has a few words with Bjorn Kaupers. So one last chance for Italy, if they can get it forward quickly, as we go to 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the first period of extra time. 1-1 the scoreline. Lorenzo, good ball forward down the right hand side of the area. Locatelli, first time ball inside the box, knocked away by Maguire. That just almost reacted angrily, but a free kick will do for England in that position. They'll be in no hurry to take it, just get to the turnaround in extra time safely with the score still intact.
They've got to watch that ball, that kind of blindside ball inside. You know, they're all thinking that everyone's going wide, and they make that clever little ball inside. They got away with it this time.
Pickford to take this free kick. Football. And hope rather than expectation on the strength of what we've seen, but the hope is very much alive. Two attacks, both on yellow cards, but can England get opportunities to run at them? There was a handball, and it's a free kick to England, and it's 15 yards outside the penalty area. In the history, Shaw is the player that stands over him. The Italians are far from happy with the decision. And Berardi. Everybody else, the other 9 outfield players, stand pretty much in this kind of area ordinarily. This is right at the end of the first period of extra time. What can they muster? Can they get their noses in front? Right as he addresses the ball, now there's the movement. It's swung in very deep. Donnarumma's come a long way to meet it. It's headed back past him, but only after the whistle had gone. The referee didn't like the job passing the ball. No time to take the free kick. And half-time and extra time mark, it is still 1 apiece.
TalkSport, you're listening to Jim Proudfoot, to Sol Campbell, to Stuart Pearce. It is still.
It's in the balance.
Absolutely, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it, actually.
It's a tussle as well, you know. Both teams are going for it. Both teams are waiting for the right moment. We just got to watch out for those clever little balls. As you get tired, those gaps start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we just got to make sure we're balls into our box.
Well, I'm still going to believe, and I just thought towards the end of that first period of extra time, I still think we've got something. I still think we'll get an opportunity. I think they might still get an opportunity. I think if someone sticks one away, that's it. But don't on earth let me do it. I'll be under the desk, mate.
I'm supremely confident if we go that way, because I know this team are prepped for penalties. If we have to do that, we'll do it. At this moment in time, unless it's a mistake, I'm not seeing either team get a goal.
No, I understand that. I understand that completely. Look, fans and are on the far side, of course, from where we are. looking down from the Royal box. I guess Prince George is going to have a late night tonight with his dad at Cambridge and the Duchess of Cambridge. Prince William is there and everyone else is up there too. But now they go a little bit towards the centre circle, but it's Harry Kane who looks determined once more. I just wonder if it's going to be all right, Jack. All right, Jack. Come on, Jack.
Well, the script could be written for Jack Grealish. We talked about the fact that there are two Italian centre-halves on yellow cards. They got 4 players. They are going to make another change now, and Marcus Rashford is the player who will come on. That is England's 4th change. That he's replacing. Are they going to make the change now, or are they going to wait till the half has kicked off? If they wait till the half has kicked off, they can't make any further. Top back on, and with George, and they're kicking from right to left. England in all white. 15 minutes to go. 15. Moment of despair, perhaps. 15 minutes.
There looks as though he's priming himself. I don't know whether that's a penalty scenario as well. I think they're spelling him anyway.
Well, a yellow card has been shown for a poor challenge on Belotti from behind by Harry Maguire. And he's the first England player to go in the book. It is actually his 3rd yellow card of the tournament, but the way that he's picked them up has been as such that he hasn't invoked a suspension at all. But this free kick's in a really dangerous position as far as Italy are concerned. England have got will stand with Maguire and Stones, so just the 3 by the look of it as an England wall. The free kick is about 13 yards outside the penalty area, and it is very marginally right of centre. Boot neck and his yellow boots visible even from here. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 steps back and half a step to his right. He's going to try and strike this left-footed. Bernardeschi from distance, good strike. Pickford spilled it, but he was able to gather before the rebound found its way to the nearest Azzurri shirt, and it remains 1.
But the goalkeeper got in line with it. Done enough.
Sancho over there as well, I think, would be potentially called upon very shortly. England. Walker edging his way forward. The cameraman on that touchline just keeps a respectful distance from him. Walker hurling the silver ball awkwardly. Who can get a touch on it? Grealish with a shot that was blocked. Saka will try and take it up now inside the penalty area still. Comes back out for Kane, who's shipped for England. Bernardeschi tries to bring it away. Calvin Phillips is in there. Saka then comes back. Wasn't fouled. Italy knock it away. Himself, the flag stayed down. Ball is played in and knocked away by Luke Shaw, and now the flag comes up. Well, it did look as though Belotti was offside, and as the flag goes up, England defense down in the penalty area, one on his haunches and one leaning over gasping for breath. It's just been one of those nights, and the referee will go across and assess them all. 12 to go. It's 1-1.
I'm just looking at myself and Sola looking at the replay.
Just a touch.
of the effort. Kane's put the most delightful ball in, and Stones has dived full stretched, brave as you like.
Inches. That's in. Inches. So unlucky. So unlucky.
Was that the Gaza moment on the
I
stretch?
hope not.
Well, I don't mind that being the Gaza moment as long as it doesn't all unfold from there here on in the same way that it did 25 years ago. 1-1 the scoreline with 11 minutes to go. Pickford, Kane going again in the air by Chiellini. Jordan Henderson has had a tough night at times tonight, and that was a loose touch. It's gone out of play for a throw, which will be taken on the Italian left-hand side by Emerson. Emerson able to bring it forward to go. 1-1 the scoreline. Closer to knowing who it's going to be. Will it be Italy for the second time? England for the first. Crowned European champion. Walker making a run on the overlap past him. Back in field for Henderson again. Sterling wanted the ball into feet. Henderson's worked it deeper. Stones down to the England right hand side for his club teammate Kyle Walker. Ball threatened to run away from him down towards the touchline, but he fielded it well. Plays it in towards Calvin Phillips. Phillips has got Belotti goal side of him. England at 20 yards inside Italian territory now with Luke Shaw. Shaw goes back to Maguire. All of the Italians are back behind the ball. In towards Jack Grealish. A buzz of expectation whenever he picks up possession. Grealish now riding a couple of challenges. Goes to his right. Sterling with a little layoff. Henderson in. Sterling trying to get it across. Sterling still got it. Chiellini from his perspective that he got the ball and nothing of Sterling there. Big. They launch it forward towards Belotti, who can't get it to stick, and England will come again.
Fantastic interchange from England. England have got the ascendancy now. Need to keep driving on and asking questions.
It's Henderson for Grealish. Grealish towards the edge of the area. Getting away from one. Flicking the outside of the right boot. Shaw didn't know whether to stick or twist, but neither did Di Lorenzo. And Italy eventually get it away from. The crowd noise tells you everything you need to know. England being roared on, and there is that little bit of hope. Keep believing. This could happen before penalties yet. 8.5 left. The ball slightly off target as he looked for Grealish. And again, Italy more than happy to clear their lines, and it goes out of play for a throw that England will take. Maguire's taken it. Goes back for Jordan Pickford. Back out. Still 1-1. Stones. Finals have been settled right at the death before, without the need for penalties. Most notably, 1984, when late Platini goal. Harry Kane. Kane trying to get away from Cristante. Lovely reverse ball finds Sterling. Referee gives another free kick England's way. It's 20 yards outside the penalty area. And on the Bjorn Kuipers is then involved in an immediate and vociferous argument with Chiellini. And England have this free kick and a really good chance to get it forward. Jack Grealish is still on the floor. A yellow card is going to come out for the perpetrator of the challenge, who is also down injured. The ball initially had just been played in. Jorginho on the stretch trying to get there. Down on the inner thigh of Grealish. I mean, that's hurt. It's 2 inches away from hurting a lot more, but it has hurt. Grealish now sitting up, trying to get some breath into those lungs, and Jorginho will be booked.
Yeah. To be fair, if I'm going to give some form of credit, goal, do you? Or?
No, I think he's gone in studs and he's gone on the top of the ball and it's skidding off onto his thigh. Definitely a yellow card for
treatment, and he now receives the card as well. The fifth Zuri player to be cautioned tonight in the book, along with Chiellini, Insigne, Bonucci and Barella. Grealish is okay, he's back on his feet as well and is going to be able to continue. But another Italian change is in the post, but not just yet. First of all, they got a who plays as a right winger, but career has gone on. Free kick to England then, another set piece opportunity. Roma has come out and claimed it very well. What a fine goalkeeper he is. Taking one of his own teammates out in the process, but he came out, his handling was assured. Jorginho comes back on, Grealish is already back on, and the player that Donnarumma clattered into is back on his feet as well. Now we're into the final 5 of extra time, 1-1.
Yeah, disappointing free kick. We've put a couple of disappointing ones in. When you have them so straight as they were, you have to work an angle to put them in, otherwise it just tempts the goalkeeper.
Bonucci going square to his right hand side for Di Lorenzo. It will be Florenzi for Di Lorenzo, will be the change that they're poised to make. Jordan Henderson in the midfield. Couldn't get her ahead of Bernardeschi, who recycles the ball down to the Italian left hand side for Emerson. He will be able to bring it out of the centre circle to find Chiellini. Chiellini to Emerson. Before to put pressure on Chiellini, but the ball's immediately gone. Cristante, the midfielder, to his right hand side for Di Lorenzo, and back for Cristante again. Space on the Italian left hand side for Emerson. Bernardeschi trying to take it on the turn, got a shot in, and Sting was taken out of it as it hit Stones, and Pickford prevents it going out of play for a corner. Pickford, always a hive of energy, and he picked up the ball and was running away. Like bath salts that have been put in a bath, just fizzing around here, there and everywhere, almost erratically through the penalty area, but it was going to benefit England. There wasn't, so he's waited for everybody to push upfield, and now he drives it left-footed with 3.5 minutes to go. Be able to pick up the pieces. He's got Locatelli with him. Saka taking it down towards the corner flag, tries to hit the byline and can't quite. Grealish is in there. Was he fouled? Goal kick is the verdict of the referee. No complaints from Grealish, and there's another attack has been successfully repelled.
Potentially a penalty taking subs. I really am. You've left it very, very late for them certainly to have impact. So
into the last seconds.
Yeah, I think
you never know.
Saka might be another again. I may be wrong.
Well, Florenzi is on for Italy, and he's replaced Emerson. He's going to come on a left back and put Florenzi at right back, but Florenzi's come on at left back for now. Bonucci playing it down to double, which will be their last change, but they've still not made it yet. Saka just not to be high and short on the Italian right. 2 minutes to possession for the last couple of minutes to stop these two coming on. Chiellini played forward through the midfield for Jorginho. 118.5 on the clock. It's 1-1. Deep in extra time on TalkSport. is it going to be? Florenzi has the ball at his feet. It will be all over. Nucci. Chiellini working down the left-hand touchline for Florenzi. Florenzi's ball in, it's hit. Jordan Henderson deflects away for the corner. Get another chance, and Jordan Henderson, who came on, is one of the players who's going back off again. Rashford, Martin Margesson. Also going off, so Sancho for Walker.
Best penalty takers on the pitch.
You're right. And taking Walker off now with a couple of minutes to go. Two more attacking players coming on. This is really the first five. I'll be astounded. But we've got to defend the corner first, Sol.
Yep.
Absolutely that. So they take. Bernardeschi, it took a first contact flick off an Italian at the near post and missed everybody. That was mighty close. Italy still trying to work. And for all the fact that England have just made a double substitution with penalties in set piece.
Well, we're playing with Rashford at right back at the moment in a back four. We've got so many attack-minded players on the pitch, defensive-minded.
So it's Rashford. And Saka, Phillips and Sterling is a midfield three. Here's Bernardeschi for Italy. Rashford's defended that well. First examination at right back. And he's Bernardeschi, but he's been able to flick it into him and out of play for an England throw. And there'll be match management like you've never seen here as England try and run the clock down. They've played their cards now. They're playing for penalties. And the England players will be happy to take yellow cards for time. It's going to be a throw that Rashford will take. 90 seconds of extra time to go. Bonucci plays it forward. Little header from Sancho. Saka back for Sancho. No England player can emerge with possession. Florenzi forward. Jorginho. Kane is back there trying to stop Locatelli turning. He can't. Now it goes down towards Di Lorenzo. Inside the centre circle. 75 seconds of stoppage time to go. Down the Italian left foot Florenzi. Florenzi playing it back behind square for Cristante. Cristante to Jorginho, who scored the winning penalty in the shootout the other night. Di Lorenzo makes his way forward. Inside the area, for a should, with 50 seconds to go, be just about that.
Well, I'm looking at Southgate and Holland out the pocket. They're just running through potential takers. They would have done the practice on this. They've done this scenario in their head.
Finally, which the three lines have participated. 1-1 after 90, 1-1 after 120, and the penalty shootout is to come.
Well, it was nearly 40,000 England fans come grown, but nothing really came out of anybody's mouth. But they were all thinking exactly the same thing. We're going to penalties. But Stuart Pearce is happy. He seems to be confident. Sol's seen it all before.
I think we're in a good place where we are now. Southgate is, subbed a few guys off and brought in penalty takers.
But he's brought the ones on that
they've obviously done their practice and they've seen they've done their percentages and things like that. So these are the guys who can stick them away.
Look, they'll just chat. They know
on a regular basis.
This is extraordinary. What an extraordinary evening it has been. What an incredible evening. And I think whatever happens now, and I never like it for whoever misses the penalty that loses something. Pearce knows it only too well himself on other occasions, but it's the way it is. But what a night we've had. What a night we've had, Stuart. We're in a final here. We're now worrying about penalties with the possibility of becoming European champions. I mean, we wouldn't have even thought about this against Iceland a few years ago. We wouldn't have thought about this.
Sakes, what a night we've had. What a tournament we've had.
Oh,
we've
absolutely.
been no doubt in our mind about that. We said out to the game, we've got a real chance of lifting a trophy now, in my mind.
Well, we absolutely have, and we got exactly as much a chance as the other. Have two great shot-stopping goalkeepers here as well. 7 double 2, double 3, double 4. You just got to think about that at the moment. I don't know what you're going to be saying to the boys on the Sports Bar, but Jason Cundy and Andy Goldstein are there, and they will be taking your calls after we've finished this. A lot later on at the moment. There'll be sort of loads of reaction later as well from our England correspondent Faye Carruthers with everybody involved. So depending on the penalties and what happens, and Jim and his trophy lift and everything else that we've still got to come. But it is absolute drama. Although I'm just looking up, of course the skies have cleared now and the arch is well, I hate to say it, it's they call it a UEFA blue, but it's nearly an Azzurri blue. Just like it to go a little darker blue for us really at the moment, but it's extraordinary. Who knows? You just got to shrug your shoulders. The England fans behind the goal away to our many times before. There'll be for some of these if England manage to get across that line. Into the huddle to Italy they've that huddle.
We've just looked inside. Gareth Southgate's just gone round all the players. He's told them to take in order. In the huddle there, I'm seeing two individuals, Steve O'Brien and Mike Baker, work on an analysis over a ticking. They certainly have.
They know where to keep. Could he be the hero? Who's going to be the hero? And still, we wait to see. So the calmest man now on the pitch is the deciding which end we go. I don't know where we're going. West. It is to the west end of New Wembley that England step forward to take penalties in the final of a European Championship. Just think about that. This isn't for a place in the last 8 or even a very good side. 1-1. They certainly had the early stages. They hung on, they clung, they've done everything, but now they have an equal chance, and both sides are lined up within the centre circle. With the referee in between them, probably just saying, if you move off your line too soon, you're going to have to take it again. So make sure you don't do that. Bit of high fives all round from the goalkeeping union, and I'm not sure who's actually going in goal first, because side of the fan zone. Again, the Italians will do the same on this. Jim Proudfoot, see us home.
Well, it is Italy that will take the first in this penalty shootout. England have won their last 2 penalty shootouts, and you need just to put the likes of Turin, Gelsenkirchen out of your mind here. Think about Moscow, think about Guimarães, have positive thoughts. What a way this would be to win it. First up, it's Berardi, and he sends Pickford. And Harry Kane will go first for England. The only European Championship final to require a shootout previously came back in 1976. Such a famous penalty shootout that the man who scored the winning goal is remembered to this day. You can't visualise him, but the name Panenka is in football's lexicon and always will be. That cheeky little chip penalty.
Top quality penalty by the Italians.
Harry Kane has missed 3 of his 13 for England. Donnarumma went the right way, but he was beaten for pace. It's 1-1 after 1 apiece.
Yeah, whipping it across his body, pace, power, placement, the perfect penalty. 1-1, all to play for.
Next up, it's Belotti, who came off the bench as well. And he strides forward, he's picked up the silver ball and he spots it down now. And Pickford claps, trying to get the fans behind him. He jumps up and down. The bar just ricochets for a moment after he touches it. Pickford bobbing up and down on his line. It's Belotti against Pickford. Saved by Jordan Pickford, diving away to his left-hand side. What an historic moment that could prove to Pickford has just
a top quality save, make no mistake. He's been filled with information about that.
We need Harry Maguire to give England the advantage to compound that penalty save from Pickford. Hands on the edge, 1 foot on the line, 1 foot in the box. Little tiptoe run, right footed.
I've got to say, Maguire has been magnificent. His performance has been absolutely outstanding. Well done, Harry.
Fantastic.
Gareth Southgate with his right arm around the shoulders of Stevie Holland just allowed himself a little fist pump there. Finals, scored against Germany but then missed his penalty in the shootout. They scored against England tonight. They're trying to go through the same routine. Almost a touch of the Bruce Grobbelaar. Past it. If anything, Pickford dived past it. Bonucci puts it into the net. And it's 2 apiece, but England have got a penalty in hand. Then Marcus Rashford is going to step forward.
Really unfortunate there, looking at the replay there. Pickford's gone to his right and he's reached up that big leg on it, and here is one of these penalty substitutes, Rashford.
On and off the field, fantastic ambassador, but it's down to the Rashford runs up. Oh, he stopped and now he hits it right foot. Oh, he's hit wide, and he committed. Donnarumma, he done all the hard. And it's 2-2 after 3 penalties each.
Yeah, as I say, he done all the kidology. We're still in a situation.
We're back to square one. Bernardeschi, left-footed! Down the middle as Pickford dived to his right. Have the advantage, only in so much as the fact that they've taken more penalties than England. Jadon Sancho is going to be next.
A wonderful opportunity there with that missed penalty. Sancho once again.
Jadon Sancho then right-footed, save! On the brink, the very, very brink of elimination. 2 missed penalties in a row. Deep at the end of the game specifically to take these penalties, and both have missed. And it's going to be Jorginho to try and win it for Italy. To draw on everything. Prepared for this moment all his life.